Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon, and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us. This world needs champions.
All right.
Summer.
It's summer, guys.
It's summer.
Surprise!
Welcome to summer. I bet you guys were like, man, this video is awesome. There's going to be a date at the end, and you're like, shit, this is it.
Yep.
No, it's summer still.
We told him there'd be a date.
This was a bait and switch.
Yes.
The whole thing was a ruse. So thank you guys very much for coming. We appreciate it. This is the first of many streams that we're going to be having, although this is the last time you'll see us in this office because we are moving to an actual studio.
Yes.
This is a conference room.
Oh, my gosh.
But it looks pretty good. We got art behind us.
What? For you guys, it looks like an official event, right? Right?
You can't see that way.
Yes.
That's the key.
We're not going to put it.
Yes. So thank you guys for coming. I'm AJ. I'm the Director of Marketing and Engagement, also known as Solid Agent Discord. You've probably talked to me online, maybe at PAX, but I'm super excited to be here.
I am Alex Campbell, or Sir Snarf. You see me probably all over YouTube comments and or Discord or anywhere else on the web. So welcome to the Wayfinder stream.
Yes. So we're here to talk about Wayfinder. So there's a lot of people here that know about the game, but for those of you that don't, Wayfinder is a online character-based action role-playing game. To us, it is our take on the MMO. An MMO to us is social. It's persistent when you log off, and it's always changing. And so this is our take on that. One day we hope to evolve it into a full-blown MMO, the likes you'll find in Tamriel and Yorza and Azeroth, but the first step to do that is early access. So that's why we're here. This entire stream is dedicated to early access. This entire stream will be talking about all the things that you will be able to play, all the things you'll be able to see. We have some awesome reveals. We'll fully reveal the Venomess anime. We have a little agenda. Oh, it's that side. That way. Yeah. That way. We have a little agenda. So we'll fully reveal the Venomess anime. You'll see gameplay of Venomess for the very first time. We'll have some designers walk you through who she is and what she does, how she fits into the party in the game. We're going to talk about Founders Packs because we know everybody's been really excited about Founders Packs. We're going to talk about housing. We'll show off housing for the very first time. It's an awesome system and something that's super unique to Wayfinder.
And pets.
And pets, yes. And then we'll have a little dev diary at the end to show you some more stuff, but there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. So
we do want to give a shout out to everybody who made it live to the event in San Diego.
Yes.
So hello, all you fancy theater people. I hope you like it on the big screen.
The real question is, are you staying after this and are you seeing Barbie or Oppenheimer? That's the real question.
We're joining this train, really? Like, come on.
It's not a train. It's like the internet.
Yeah.
That's how you know we're live, too. People are like, they're going to pre-record this. No, we don't pre-record. We do everything
all live. Hello, internet. Hello, Libby Air Spinner and Nextog.
Oh, my God, pets. My heart, I
can't
can take it.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Just Barbie. A lot of Barbies.
A lot of Barbies.
A lot of Mission Impossibles. I saw that. Kind of mid, just saying.
I'm on Oppenheimer game, but I'm going to have to see the other one.
Also, did you purposely put your chair higher than mine?
You're just short.
That's not true at all. I just noticed that. I'm like looking up to you. Anyway, so let's jump right into it. So the first thing that we want to talk about is early access and what is early access. So to us, early access is the beginning. We've said all along that we're a relatively small team working on something awesome and ambitious, and we need help to build that. We've run a couple beta events, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. And thank you to all of our beta community that's here today. I mean, a huge part of that is the community feedback that we're going to be carrying over into early access. So we're going to be doing feature upvote, and it's going to be a continuous stream of feedback from the community through early access and even after full launch.
None of that stops. This is literally the beginning. And so we had thousands of people take part in beta. We made changes. None of that changes for us moving into early access, but it's kind of the next phase for us. Early access will not have any wipes. You will purchase a Founders Pack to take part in it, and then we will go into free to play after that. So it's really important for us to build on an awesome game, right? Like we could put out hundreds of thousands of hours of content and hundreds of thousands of characters and quests and stuff, but if the game's not fun, doesn't matter. People don't stick around, they don't play it. So for us, it's important to solidify the game loops. It's important for us to make sure that it's rewarding, that combat's fun. And so that is what early access is for us to tune those systems. And then we have tons of stories to tell. We will get there. We're launching with 6 areas to explore, 17 weapons. We'll have more and more over time, but we feel it's a great solid foundation that someone can come in, buy into early access, and just start playing and have a ton of fun with the game.
Absolutely. And again, we're sorry. We wish we could have like the pre-launch, pre-sale, announce the announcement. Unfortunately, just for it being an early access, you're not going to be able to buy today. We will announce the date at the end of the stream, let's say. But we will be able to, we won't be able to pre-purchase and pre-install. But as soon as the date goes live, you'll be able to buy it, you'll be able to install it, you'll be able to get to go.
And it has nothing to do with us. That's actually a specific party's requirement for early access games. You can't pre-order it. So when the date is available, when we announce the date and you go to Steam, you go to PlayStation Network, you buy your Founders Pack, you can play immediately. They'll be available right then and there. So what else did we want to talk about? We had a lot of feedback from players. We kind of discussed that.
Discord, if you guys haven't, a lot of the Discord fam is in here right now, but it's amazing to see. You'll see in the dev diary, like those numbers are so antiquated now because this Discord community just keeps growing, and it's amazing seeing all of you there. And the fan art, I love the fan art that's coming out. The team loves seeing the fan art, and it's just like, I can't wait for this IP to be a thing. All the cosplay, all the art, all the just stories that come out, fan fictions, it's going to be awesome. So.
And besides that, we have a feature upvote website where we have players submit what they think we should add to the game, what they like, what they don't like. We're also going to talk a little bit about a creators program that Alex is kind of spearheading. If you're a creator, large, small, we don't care. We want you to be part of this, and we want you to help tell the story of Wayfinder.
Yeah, and let's say the name, screw it. So it's going to be the Wayfinder Creators Guild.
Wow.
So it's official. We actually have a whole kind of thing behind the scenes that's going to be managing that. It's not going to be immediate as soon as early access hits, but we are watching. I hope you can tell that I really do care about anybody making content out there. It doesn't matter your subscription account. I just care about quality. I care about, if you're passionate about the game, and we want this game to be a platform for people to launch a career in content creation. If you want to be a Twitch streamer, a Kick streamer, whatever it might be, YouTube Live, and you want to make content and you want to make this a thing, we want Wayfinder to be a platform for you to become, successful.
What if you want to be a TikTok streamer? You can do the NPC TikTok stuff.
That'd be hard, but we'll watch it. We'll watch it. Send us links.
Wayfinder. You could do that.
I think it'd be great for the cosplays. And it's again, we're content creators across the board. It doesn't need to be just streaming. We're going to be watching people that want to express themselves creatively with Wayfinder as the medium. So.
Yeah. So like I was saying before, this is really the start. And in order for us to build a foundation and a game that thrives for years to come, true to the name Foundation, we need to offer Founders Packs. Founders Packs are our way to get people into the game. It's your way of telling us that you trust us with your money, and that it's kind of it's an agreement, right? Like, we are going to put forth our best effort to bring forward a game that we love and that you love. And so that is the entire purpose of the Founders Program, is to actually start and build off it. And so without further ado, why don't I start that? And on top of that, Alex lied. Alex is a dirty liar.
August 15th. Oh, you guys can't see it.
You can't
anyway.
see it.
August 15th.
Surprise! We're not gonna make you wait to the end of the stream. That'd be really mean. I'm sure when you said that, there were people at Digital Extremes who's been amazing. Digital Extremes is our partner in this. They're all about helping us work with the community and obviously set stuff like this up. But they're like, we should announce at the beginning. We're like, yeah, we should. And then 10 minutes before, I was like, no, we should announce at the end. But then we'll trick them. So nice job, Alex.
Not summer.
Not
Not
summer.
soon.
August 15th.
August 15th.
August 15th at 12 o'clock Central Time is when you'll be able to purchase all these Founders Packs, both on Steam as well as PlayStation Network. As I said, there's no tiered access. It's not you buy this pack, you get access one day, and then you buy the other pack and you get access another day. It's all August 15th at 12 o'clock. So what does that look like? Let's start. And let's go through this. So people really want the nitty gritty. They want the information about the pack. Let's dive into what these packs look like. So for $20, $20 gets you access to the game. Like I said, you get access to Wayfinder forever. There is no wipes from this point forward. It also gives you full access to the Reward Tower Season 1. Reward Tower is our unique take on a battle pass, so let's dive into that real quick. Look at this, we're just swapping between. These websites will be live approximately 30 minutes from now. We didn't want to overwhelm them while you guys are watching it, but this is how our Founders Packs are a little bit unique and a little bit different. So in other games, you have a Founders Pack, you have a battle pass, you buy it. There's a certain amount of time you can use it. Maybe you earn some stuff, you don't. We don't like that system. We also don't like where people have to choose between content. Maybe there's a new character, a new map, and also a battle pass. So we're taking those two ideas and we're kind of evolving it. A, the reward tower in Wayfinder never expires. If you buy it, you own it. 2, that reward tower, if you purchase it, comes with all the crafting components once you complete it to instantly unlock that character once your pass is complete. We will also have a third tier, which is a premium tier, which will instantly unlock that new character, their signature weapon, because we're introducing a signature weapon every season, as well as a season exclusive style. So we think that this is really player friendly. It allows you to jump into the game and to get tons and tons of content. The free reward tower gives you 25 pieces of cosmetic and items that you can unlock. The paid tier gives you 100, and then the premium is that same 100, but you actually get a jump start. You get to pick and choose your 20 that you want to grab right off the bat, as well as getting that new character, their signature weapon, and a persona.
And the biggest part about that, I don't know if you mentioned it, but it does not expire. So again, if you buy this, you don't even have to be playing. You might have another game that comes out and that you're really excited to follow, but you don't want to miss out on really cool seasonal cosmetics that we're doing. Just purchase it. You can come back 2 years from now and you can start progressing it then. So again, we really don't want that FOMO aspect. Yes, you will have to buy it during that season window for a lot of reasons, but you can always come back to it. It'll always be there. You don't have to worry about missing out on it and getting it done in that season.
So the reward tower is almost like a little game, right? You're actually going through and picking the nodes that you want. You find an item that you like, you might work towards it. As I mentioned, you actually get keys for the premium reward tower, so it's not a linear path. And when you buy that premium, you do get 20 right off the bat, so you can pick which rewards you want to start off the game with. So that is our reward tower. At the end of each segment, by the way, we're going to do a quick Q&A. We'll look at chat and we'll answer some questions. We'll also be answering questions afterwards, but if you have any, put them in the back of your mind. But we really love the reward tower. We think it's super unique. We think it allows players to really get in and to play the game, to work through it, to unlock some awesome cosmetics and awesome things inside the game. And then we're really, really excited that you don't have to choose between buying the reward tower and not buying the reward tower, because day one, when you buy in with a base pack, you will have access to the season 1 reward tower.
Yep. So again, an extra thank you to the founders. So
yes,
thank you for having some faith, believing, and then, I mean, we haven't mentioned the upgrade system as well, but
yes. So everything we talk about today will be upgradable. So we obviously, like I said before, this is a journey that we're taking with you guys. And if you're like, hey, I don't know what this game's going to look like, hey, you buy in for $20 and hopefully we prove to you that we are listening, and all of these packs will be completely upgradable on the platform. You can buy the 3 other tiers, or 2 other tiers, or 1 other tier technically. But I just spoiled it. I said there's 4. Damn.
No,
but
you said enough numbers. That would be confusing.
I know. So I saw someone really quickly say, what if I don't buy the Founders Pack and don't buy the Reward Tower? You have to purchase a Founders Pack to get access to the game, and all of them have the Reward Tower. In the future, when the game is out, when it is free to play, and when we have a second season, that'll be a different story where you do have to make the choice if you want to purchase that Reward Tower for that season. And again, you get the Reward Tower forever, and you also get that character. So as you can see here, for $19.99, you get access to Season 1. Season 2 is also going to be a Founder season, and you will have the ability to purchase that character, the Season Reward Tower then, which will come with the character. There's also 500 Rune Silver that comes with it. Rune Silvers are in-game currency. Obviously, we are a free-to-play game, and we have to keep these very bright and hot lights on somehow. So we have fully embraced the free and fair model from Digital Extremes. All the characters, all the weapons, all the power items are completely earnable inside the game. Yep. You can also purchase them from the store if you feel like it's a convenience item for you. But we are going to be doing that as well as cosmetic items, decorations for your house, other things. We are not selling direct power inside the store, but this is how we will be monetizing the game, by having a shop that's available for both in early access as well as when we go into full free to play. So 500 Rune Silvers, about $5. It's a 1 to 100 for the Rune Silver. Founder's Flag and the Founder's Glyph Pack, as well as the title. These are customizable things that you can take your profile and just customize it to your own liking. Unfortunately, with development, sometimes you have to make choices about what makes it and what doesn't, because we want to get the game out there. So these are this pack right here, the title, as well as the backgrounds and the glyphs, are one of 2 items that when you buy your Founders Pack, you will have it in your inventory, but the system is not live yet. So you will get it the minute you make your purchase. You will see it in your inventory. It will very clearly say coming soon. You don't have to worry about, did I get it? Did I not get it? But the customization of just the banners will not be when we launch early access. It'll come a little bit later. And there's one other thing that does that, and I'll call that out. So this is our base pack. Yeah. You're going to say something about it?
I was about to say, we have it covered up on the camera right now, but the titles too. This is actually a good example. I love it.
It's
fantastic. And yeah, Solid was very upset about this being the choice. But anyway,
This is a perfect example.
Wayfounder is the title.
This is actually
came from you guys on Twitch
did.
and Twitter and everywhere else. But yeah.
This is the exact same. This is the exact system in motion. Where it's like, hey, what titles are we putting here for this? Wayfounder was like the overwhelming winner. I was like, that is terrible. We cannot do it. And then I was like, you know what? We're true to our word. We will absolutely go with what the community voted for, and that's what they wanted. Serenity now. Here we are. So,
yes. And the system's going to be really cool. Again, it's going to be so it's. For your titles, we love people coming up with their own zany kind of creations. Everybody's going to choose trash if you play Diablo 4. But there's going to be 3 slots. You're going to be able to unlock a whole list of different keywords, and it's up to you guys how you want to mix and match
I think
those.
It's 3, right? There's 3 keywords.
3 slots. Okay. Yep, 3 slots. You'll unlock them, and you can make your own title. Make it as wacky, make it as badass as whatever you want to do.
Yep.
We just want to put that in your player's hands to customize.
Yes, sir.
So
that's our base pack. Let's go to the next one. We got a couple more to go through. So this is the step up from this. This is $49.99 for our Initiate pack. It comes with some exclusive weapon skins that we will never sell again. Everything inside these packs we are not looking to sell again. We want to make sure that it feels exclusive to be part of the Founders. I cannot count how many times in Discord people have asked for a crossbow. Here you people go. You have a crossbow as a skin for the arc bolt rifle. You have dual wielding daggers in the Storm Song, and then the Charger's sickle. Some of these things you'll actually see a little bit later for a video that we play. You'll see them in game. They look awesome. People really like them. Now here's something that needs to be explained a little bit. Wayfinder token. What is a Wayfinder token? Well, what is a Wayfinder token? A Wayfinder token is essentially a currency that allows you to unlock any current or future Wayfinder. So we didn't want to just start throwing characters in these packs because we are a character-based game and people need to decide. Maybe someone likes Wingrave, someone likes Nis, someone likes Kyros, someone likes Senja. Someone like Silo. I've just named everybody. I don't know why.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So as far as like, instead of you having to choose or have multiple packs, you basically get a token, and it's a powerful item because you can choose, hey, I'm instantly going to unlock this Wayfinder and play them immediately after leaving the tutorial, or you can hold on to this for 3 years and use it for something that comes out down the line. But
don't be like that potion collector and it just sits in your inventory for 5 years. Use it eventually.
That's how I play every RPG.
I know.
Don't use stuff. Founders die as well. So dies are actually going to be applicable to the character themselves. I think we answered in Discord that a die system is coming in the future for weapons, but for now, these are die palettes that you can use on your character, any character. It's not a consumable. It's just a palette you choose from. You can mix and match.
There might be a character that we get to see in a little bit that uses these colors.
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe this is like planned ahead or something.
Very, very cool. And then like I was mentioning before, we also have the reward tower for season 1. And then this pack also includes a reward tower for season 2. So just for clarity's sake, the only pack that does not include Founder season 2 is that $19.99 pack to get into early access, and then you can make that purchase if you choose to do so in the future.
Yeah, and clarity's sake, there are going to be 2 Founder seasons. So we're going to start off with Gloom Break, which is Founder Season 1. In about 3 months, it's going to switch over to Founder Season 2. After that, it's going to go to free-to-play launch, and that'll be the first official season.
There's a lot of people in chat saying that this mic is awesome, and that's like ASMR.
It
so
is.
we at the end, we're supposed to give a shout out to HyperX. Our sponsor,
HyperX
we'll do it now.
Great.
We'll do it now.
And this is actually from, like,
yes.
How cool is this when talking about interaction with, like, the world? It was from one of our, like, of beta sign-off videos. Yeah. Somebody on their team saw the mic, and I was like, oh, yeah, I use this in my personal stream as well. It's fantastic. And they have been amazing partners. They've been hooking us up with a lot of gear that's going to be in the new stream studio.
Yep.
And all the future in-person events, you might be able to get your hands on them yourselves. But more about them later.
That completely derailed me. Where are we? We're talking about the next.
So there's 2 seasons. 2 seasons Founders.
So 2 seasons. Oh, yeah. So that does, we might as well talk about that now. 2 seasons of Founders. If you're decent at math, we've said before that there's going to be 3 months a season, which does mean that free-to-play will be in early 2024 instead of 2023, as well as some additional consoles that will come then. We'll go into that at a later time, but obviously with the game launching in August, you can figure it out that we need that additional time, and we want to make sure that we're building the foundation correctly with our Founders before we go into full free-to-play in the beginning of next year.
Yes, and Mizuki, yes, there is regionalized pricing.
Yes, there is regionalized pricing. I think I had at the end with another announcement.
We do.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it.
They keep popping up.
So Initiate packs. We have the base pack, Initiate pack, $19.99, $14.99.
Let's do the next one.
What's next?
Another one.
So the Awakening pack. So Rhyme Club Housing Pet, Highland Strider Mount, and then House Decorations are kind of like the marquee items for here. So A couple things. We've talked about this very openly before, but our pet system is at the very infancy, I guess you could say. We're going to expand it to have you travel around the world, to be around when you're inside of instances or inside of your Skylight, the social space, but we're not there yet. So to start, your pet will accompany you inside your house. You'll see them. They'll be inside there. You can interact with them. Yes, you can pet them. They do multiple animations. They're adorable. Our animation team and everyone here is really, really excited about this because they're awesome. It's pronounced Rhyme Hunter. I had to ask about that today. But that system will be just expanding, and that's not like a year 2 or year 3 type of thing. It'll just be a little bit later in early access. Again, in development, you have to prioritize things. And then the Highland Strider mount and saddle. So we will have mounts available as well as saddles, which are customization options. This is one of the other 2 things, as I mentioned, that you will receive immediately upon buying this pack, but you will not be able to use until we have the update that has the mount. So again, you purchase it, it will be in your inventory, you can see it, it'll very clearly say coming soon. And then once that system is out in early access, you will have access to it.
Sure.
Maybe there's a little bit of a preview of a zone that you can use a mountain later on. I don't know, just saying.
Maybe.
And then Founder's Housing Decoration Set. Self-explanatory. Housing is a huge part of Wayfinder in terms of customizing everything that you can do, and it really expands your power inside the game. This is an awesome way to show off that you're a founder, and when we go into the housing deep dive a little bit later, you'll be able to see these items.
Yeah.
Right?
One thing to kind of note with this too, so the way that we're doing seasons, it's not going to just be like a dump. Here's everything right in the beginning. We're actually going to make it so it's always interesting to like keep playing throughout the whole length of the season, because content is going to continually be added. So you'll just log in next week and there's going to be new stuff for you to explore and equip and do all this stuff with. Yep. So same with early access. It's going to be a full line continuum of content and features.
Yep. And someone asked, can we pet the pets? Absolutely. You can pet the pets. Also, someone else asked, sorry if it wasn't clear. Yes, all of these packs do include everything before. So if you purchase an Awaken pack, you would get everything inside the Initiate as well as the base pack. So it is one price to get everything. And as Alex mentioned before, they are upgradable. So if you start on one, you can purchase the other and you just get the difference. Yep. So the rest of these items are pretty much the same, except you do get 2 free Wayfinder tokens instead of 1. So as I mentioned before, Wayfinder tokens allow you to unlock any current or future Wayfinder. Super cool, hold on to it. But essentially when you buy into this pack at $89.99, you do get the choice of unlocking 2 characters besides your starting character instantly.
Yep.
It also does come with the premium Founders reward tower for Season 2, which means that you will instantly unlock this new character when they come out, as well as a exclusive style, their specific weapon, and then 25 tiers instantly.
I wonder who that silhouette could be.
I know.
And then we totally haven't dropped any teasers.
I know. Maybe there's even more.
It's all been accidental.
And then we have Rune Silver, and then again, some of these additional things such as the glyphs, the backgrounds, and the titles. Again, these will come a little bit later, but... Cool. Does the reward tower restart each season with the promised tier content? I don't really understand, but the reward tower will be every season. So every 3 months, there will be a new reward tower. If you don't complete it during that 3-month season, if you've purchased it, you will have it and you can make it active. So season 15 comes along, you go, oh crap, I didn't finish my Founder Season 1, I'm going to activate it. You can activate it.
Yeah, and kind of cool thing about it as well, more than it just not going away, is how you actually interact with it. So think of it as kind of like a board game system. We'll go into this deeper later, but you're going to have kind of cool choices as you go through that system in itself. It's going to be its own little mini game. Eventually, there's going to be even like hidden pathways and torches that you pull that open up a secret way that you unlock other stuff that you didn't see before.
Yep.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Yep. Somebody else asked about having 2 reward towers active at the same time. No, you have to pick one and you can do it. And then somebody else asked another question, but chat is going so fast that I don't remember what it was, and I'm sure it will come to me. But it was about, we keep saying seasons. They ask, are seasons going away? No. Seasons are essentially our wrapper of when we're introducing new characters, new locations, new quests, new items, new weapons, etc. It is not a thing where it gets wiped. Yep. It is just essentially how we are rolling out content every 3 months. Seasons are themed, so your reward tower, for example, for Venomess is themed towards Venomess with some cool items that you can unlock that look like something Venomess would have, as well as some of the additional stories and quests that you'll get throughout the game. So it is not a wipe. It is not a you start again type of thing. It is just how we are packaging content.
Speaking of how we're introducing the seasons, you guys saw a little bit of a teaser of the anime at Summer Games Fest. You guys might be seeing that full sequence here in just a second.
Someone else asked about cross-play and cross-save. Yes, so Wayfinder is fully cross-play and cross-save. It's important to note that if you buy a Founders Pack on PlayStation, for example, let's say you bought your $20 base pack on PlayStation, you would then have to purchase a pack to play on Steam, obviously because the game's not free to play yet, so you need to have access to it. In the future, that's not the case, right? You can access it on any device when it is free to play. And then all the items from your Founders Pack will travel with you, with the exception of, per the rules of all the first parties, just like every other free-to-play game out there, the currency will stay on the system. So if I'm PlayStation, I buy $30 worth of currency, and I move over to my PC, that $30 won't be there, right? It'll still be on your PlayStation.
But if you bought the items.
Right. If I ended up buying 5 different things to make my Wingrave look awesome, as soon as I log on my PC, I will have that. So very standard in the industry. Most other games work this way. Just wanted to address that it is fully compatible with cross-play, cross-save.
Cool.
Just looking at any other questions real quick before we move on to the very last one.
Yeah. We didn't mention that we are doing giveaways during this. So, by the way, all of you fancy people in chat, just stick around and keep interacting. We are going to be doing giveaways throughout the course of the stream. So at the next segment, we will announce the winners. But just by being here, we're going to do a random selection and give away some Founder Packs.
Somebody asked what languages are supported. I think it's 8 total for early access. Don't quote me on that. But again, once the website updates, like 5 minutes-ish, there will actually be an FAQ that has all of the languages that are supported there. You can also look on Steam. That list is up to date.
Yes. And full voice acting and stuff is going to be coming down closer to full release.
Yeah, character voice acting.
Yeah. So
that's it. Wrap it up. We got nothing else.
I think that's it. Do you guys want to see some anime? Do you guys want to go see the full Venomess and Nis fight scene and anime and everything? I think so. I think we're ready.
You're not playing along though. We have one more that we have to show. We didn't show the final pack.
Oh, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal. Look at people are like, giveaway. Yes, we will give away Founders Packs. How that will work is we'll run a bot. It'll announce who the winner is. We'll take your information, and as we get closer to actual early access launch, we will send you the key for that platform you can play on. Again, since we can't pre-order, I can't send you a key today. It doesn't exist. But someone said last pack. Let's go.
I thought they only thought there was 3, so there we go. So there's a 4th surprise.
Yes.
Surprise.
And this one has its own video. So
Yes.
I'm just going to shut up and play it.
Okay.
Here you go. So technically, Kyros is our 7th Wayfinder. So we've talked before about the Gloom is this really weird alien energy that's come to this planet and has really twisted and made things super strange. And that's the reason why you can be in town and see 4 different Wingraves that all look different, that are customized different, play differently. But what if there's a version of Kyros that's not the main version you know of Kyros, right? Like we've said before, it's almost like our take on a multiverse. And so this is what we see that as. Kyros will be our very first heroic Wayfinder. He is a completely different Wayfinder. He is not a skin. It is not a persona. You can purchase and level up Kyros and heroic Kyros, and both of those, that progression applies towards the character archetype progression, which we go into a little bit of detail on the website, so take a look at that. But we're really excited because A, it looks badass, and B, it is an exclusive to this Founders Pack that will never, ever be sold again. So this is really solidifies somebody that's helping us out and is along for the journey and making this game awesome with us. And so we're really excited about him including a exclusive die pack, an exclusive style set, and then an exclusive... Oh yeah, die pack, I already said that. Yeah. So that's Heroic Kyros.
He has an emote too.
He does have an exclusive emote, which is cool. I'm going to play the video again. I'm going to do it again.
Bye.
One more time. No, I'm just kidding. We're really excited about this. We understand that $150 is a lot for a Founders Pack, but you are building this alongside of us. Again, we welcome you to try out the game during early access with any other tier, and if you feel that it's something that you definitely want to be a part of the ride for, those upgrades are available. But we get that it is an investment for our future, but also for the entire game, and so we appreciate the support, and we'll keep going through the items. So permanent account-based XP booster. What this is something that you can actually activate. For whatever reward tower you currently have, you can progress through a little bit faster. So this is something that you have that's it's selected in your inventory. You have it all the time. Whichever one that you have currently equipped, be it season 1, be it season 15, you progress a little bit faster. I think it's 5%.
Just the reward tower though.
Just the reward tower.
Not your main gameplay.
Correct.
So it's not pay to win. It's just the cosmetic reward tower.
It is just the cosmetic reward tower. That's 100% correct. I think it's 5%. Steve will be like yes or no when he comes in here in a little bit to talk about housing. Yep. And we have some exclusive character style sets. So again, style sets allow you to mix and match. For example, you could take the shoulders with this Wingrave, with the helmet of a different skin, and the boots of a different skin. They're all mix and match. We have one for Wingrave, we have one for Nis, and also for Silo. These are fully modular in terms of like you could swap in and out. You can also dye them, as I mentioned before.
Individual components as well. We're not just going to release a new skin that just happens to be 2 different colors. You can do that on your own. So you're going to have full freedom to dye and change and make, even if you have the same armor set as another player, you can look completely different with the dyes. So.
This Nis is awesome, by the way, and there's a video that you'll see a little bit later that features it. Actually, it features all of them, I think. But the Nis one especially, she looks badass. You can't see it here with like her eyes. She looks very cool.
Yeah.
And then again, it features all the other items that we've talked about before. Instead of 2 Wayfinder tokens, you have 3 Wayfinder tokens, as well as full access to the Season 1 Reward Tower and the Premium Season 2 Reward Tower, 4,200 Rune Silver, and then some additional titles that you can mix and match. So we have this gigantic infographic that is on the website. Again, it should be live now-ish. Please don't crash the website because people want to look at it. But both this is should be updated now, as well as the Reward Tower section, as well as the Venomess section. So we're going to talk about her and show her off in a little bit. But that's pretty much our Founders program. So we're really excited about it. I know people have been asking for it for a long time. We think it's fair in the fact of like $20 to get in to help build this. And if you do feel like you want to be along for this ride and that we're really making strides to make a game that you want to play and really grow into something awesome, those upgrades are easily available. So
upgrades are available all the way up until the last day of
correct.
Founder Season 2.
Correct.
So you basically get 6 months to make that decision. Like, is this a game that I'm going to come back to? I'm going to stick around to be like these guys? Are they full of it? We want you to have that choice.
We are very full of it. Yeah, so my other notes, I did that whole thing without looking over here, which is pretty good. The only other thing that I have to mention is, language support, which you covered, regional pricing, which actually a fan asked about language support.
You got it backwards, you covered languages.
Yeah, whatever. And then regional pricing. The other thing that we want to announce, speaking of regional and languages, is Gamescom. So we're very excited since we will be out since we will be out on August 15th. Gamescom is the week after. The team will be there. So if you're at Gamescom, please, we invite all of our European friends to come over and see myself. Alex will be there. Joe Mad will be there, as well as some other members of the development team playing alongside of you. It'll be a really great time. We're really excited about it. For those of you that are over here in the US of A, where it's been 150 degrees every single day, we will also be at PAX West.
Yes.
So we will have a community event at PAX West. It does not require you to actually go to PAX West.
Nope.
You do not need a ticket. We will not have a booth. We will have an off-site meet and greet session. We'll have some other really great surprises and some other special guests that aren't on the dev team but are maybe involved in the game. So
it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
If you can try to save some time to be in Seattle, again, you don't need a PAX pass. Try to be there. It's shaping up to be freaking sweet. So
So come on, get some free drinks and get some food, and it will be
win some stuff.
Win some stuff. We'll have a lot of stuff to give away, which is really cool. And I think that's kind of it. So let's take like 5 minutes. What?
Didn't that on it? That's the West Coast folks.
Oh yeah,
East Coast folks.
This is bad too because for us New York boys, New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is October. That's where the October came before. 12th. 13th. I should have written it down, but I didn't.
2023.
Yes, 2023. We will have an event there as well. We don't have any details yet and specifically what that will look like. It'll be on the show floor, an offsite venue, but we will be having a session where you will meet myself and some other members of the development team. I'm going to make Joe and Steve go because they're both from New York as well. And even though if they might not like it, they might not like it, but we got to go back to New York. So we'll do some signings. We'll see some people. So we'll be on the West Coast. We'll be on the East Coast. Excuse me. There might be additional shows to announce a little bit later on, but nothing just yet. Those are what we are confirmed for. So this game's happening, guys, and we are really excited that it's happening, and we're excited that people are going to be along for the ride with us starting on August 15th at 12 noon Central Time.
That is the way to go.
Yes.
Talk to your ISP. Make sure your download rates are good.
Yeah, so let's take like 5 minutes before we go into the Venomous anime. Let's take a look. Any questions that are coming up? How do I upgrade it? Right in the store. So if you purchase one pack, it will only show you the applicable upgrades in the store. So if you purchase the Initiate pack and you want to go to the Awakening or the Exalted, you'll have those 3 options there, both on PlayStation and on Steam. Again, it's not through our store. It is through PlayStation and it's through Steam.
And it will deduct whatever version of the game that you have right now, whichever
price.
Yeah, so it'll be cheaper if you're upgrading.
Yeah. One Xbox. We've discussed additional platforms later on, but at this time we're focusing on PlayStation, who's been an amazing partner for us, as well as being on Steam.
Yep.
Where's the COG title? Maybe in the future? I don't know. No, this is
Yay,
going really
COG.
fast.
Officially, COG.
Going really fast. Do you need PlayStation Plus? Great question. The answer is yes for early access, because just like any other paid premium product on the PlayStation Store, you do need PlayStation Plus to access it. Once we go free to play, that requirement drops, and that's not on us. That is 100% a PlayStation requirement. That's in line with any other box product that you buy for PlayStation. So PlayStation Plus up front, once free to play starts, you do not need it.
Correct. But there will be benefits for folks in free to play who have PlayStation Plus.
Yes. What is the difference between heroic and normal? My guy, a lot. There's a whole matrix here. I definitely invite you to go to playwayfinder.com/founders. That sounds right. When it's updated.
Speaking of website stuff, for the creators out there, people who are interested in getting on our radar for content, obviously I know everybody's excited for the NDA to drop, Wayfind NDA. You can go to our website right now, playwayfinder.com/press. There is a sign up thing there that will go directly to our creator team to get you on the radar, keep you on our eyes on you for when you do start making content for early access.
Please explain the heroic Kyros versus regular Kyros difference. Good question. So heroic Kyros does have increased mod capacity right off the gate. So he has a little bit different stats that allow you to slot in what we call, our mods are called echoes. Right off the bat. Someone else asked if it's available. No. Heroic Kyros will never be available outside these packs. He is not earnable inside the game. It is really a thank you to the people that are here that are helping us build the game. Yeah. Will there be South America servers and Oceanic servers? So our server system works that there is one giant mega server, essentially. You log in to play the game, just like a lot of other games that you might find in the genre, and it will automatically redirect you to the best server. If you pair up with somebody from America and you're in Australia, it'll try to do the math to figure out the difference and find somewhere in between, but you do not select a specific server. The game will be available worldwide, barring any geopolitical sanctions. But the servers will essentially be smart enough to figure out where you are and to find the best available for you.
And the social system too, everybody will have a unique social tag.
Yep.
It's like any other cross-play. So if you do have another friend on a different side of the world, you can get into a party and you can go play the game together.
Yep. Can I only buy these packs on the PlayStation Store on Steam? Yes. There is no Wayfinder store that exists now. You can Venmo me money, but I
don't do it. It's a trap. If anybody from our studio asks for a Venmo, just
it is a trap.
Send me a screenshot on Discord.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap it up. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Alex is going to be here. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and just your interest in the game. Behind me is an incredibly talented group of developers who are passionate about bringing this game out. We're making a game that we want to play, that we know other players want to play, and this is a two-way conversation. This is literally the start of this adventure, and we're really excited, and we hope that you choose to be along with us. And the proof will be in the pudding as we continue to work towards full release and as we make the game the best game it can possibly be. So,
cool. Let's watch some anime.
Let's watch some anime. When we come back from the anime too, Alex will have the name of the very first winner. The very first person will be getting a base Founders pack, which is pretty awesome. And we're going to do 2 more giveaways. So I'm going to run that bot as soon as I leave here. Let's start this anime. Thank you for me.
Bye, AJ.
Bye. Alex,
Bye,
take it
AJ.
over.
Shadra Aste, Shadra Has, Aspura Kalahidros.
Half the Shadow Nation must be here.
These dirt pushers harness the most dangerous magic on the planet. I'd be celebrating too.
Then pour the drinks, Tux. We're taking it home. To the maze.
There is an old entrance up top, but it's probably unreachable.
You're joking, right?
What the hell happened here?
Look at the burn marks.
Eldrin Blades. Oh no, she's here.
Let's say hello.
Ven, wait!
That was a warning shot, Nis. You only get one. Why'd you come back here? Feeling homesick?
This power is a curse. I'm taking it away from here.
Not happening. This power could change everything for the Maze.
No.
You saved me. Why?
I need you to help me fix this.
We're back. What'd you guys think? It's pretty cool, right? Are you excited for that coming each season? Like, I'm freaking so dope for you guys to see the next one coming out too, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, so we are joined by two new faces. I'm so excited you guys are on the screen. So, Kevin, Jake, please introduce yourselves. What do you guys do?
Hey, I'm Kevin Powell. I'm a senior systems designer, and I work on player-side combat. So that's abilities, weapons, etc.
Yeah, my name's Jake. I also work on combat. I mostly work on player side, but I also do a couple bosses as well. So, playing both sides.
Fantastic. So you guys both had a fairly large hand, and we'll talk into how that dynamic shifted over time, but in Venomess. So Venomess is the big kind of star character for Founder Season 1. So we're just going to kind of show some live gameplay, talk about the abilities, answer some questions, talk about like what her backstory is, who she is, what she's about, and I think everybody got a little bit of a taste of her kind of edginess in that anime. So let's dive into that a little bit more. Let's just jump into some gameplay.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got Venomess. We're piloting and talking at the same time. So this is Venomess with her base coloring and stature. But what are those tubes coming out of her? Who is Venomess? What she's all about?
Yeah, so Venomous, she is a assassin for a place called the Maze within the game, and so really, a lot of the information we've kind of given out so far. I mean, you just saw the anime and everything. She's pretty nimble and quick. She uses poisons and other things in her arsenal, and yeah, she's was an assassin for the maze, and so just kind of learning more about her and what she does with her knowledge of alchemy and stuff like that. Seems like she'll be a really good addition to the cast of Wayfinders that we have so far.
Cool. And so what kind of role, if she's, we have the spider graphs of each character, like, are they more DPS, are they tankier? Obviously you can customize a lot of that with echoes, but like, what niche would you kind of put her in a nutshell?
I would say that she's kind of like the the mirror to Wingrave. So she's a healer, but she's more of a damage-oriented healer. And unlike Wingrave, she doesn't really focus on protection, and she doesn't focus on burst healing as much as she focuses on healing over time and damage over time related to her poisons.
Cool. And then what does the poison stack with? Is that like a physical? Is it by itself, or can you buff it up at all?
Yeah, so her poisons apply whenever she hits an enemy with her weapon. It applies a stack of poison. And that's really her main loop. She wants to apply poison because poison can eventually create poison clouds, and it can buff her other abilities. So poison stacks up to 5 times, and if you hit an enemy that already has max stacks of poison, it creates a little poison cloud underneath, which you can see right there, which also damages them and applies poison to nearby enemies that don't have max stacks. There's a little bit of a cooldown, so you can't chain reaction create 20 million poison clouds, but it is kind of she builds over time, and eventually the whole screen's filled with poison.
Cool. So we do want to go, and I'm trying to survive these onslaught at the moment. But she has 4 abilities, so each Wayfinder, and we did change a little bit how you can choose abilities while you're playing the game and as you're leveling up. But let's kind of dive in. What is her first ability? So this one that we're playing on right here. What does this guy do?
So this is called Transfusion, and it's her main healing ability. It locks on to all enemies in front of her in kind of a wider area, and sends out little needles towards them. And when they hit enemies, they send out healing bursts towards nearby allies and yourself. And they can also apply healing over time if the enemy has poison as well.
So, very cool. So you're all about synergizing, trying to get those stacks on. And how do the stacks actually apply? So that's more of her passive. So how do you actually get those poison stats on people?
So she applies stacks of poison whenever she attacks anyone. So regardless of whatever weapon you're using, she still applies those stacks of poison to any enemies that you're hitting with your weapon. So her main weapon is Nightshade, but if she uses dual wield like daggers or sword and shield, whenever she hits those enemies, she will still apply stacks of poison. So
it doesn't have to be exclusive to guns, right?
Yeah. Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's actually take a look at these abilities a little bit closer. Why not? So go to the ability section, and you will have the ability to actually level these up and make them more powerful versions. And you won't have enough points to fully deck out everything, but you do want to make kind of some tactical decisions about how you're actually going to do these abilities. So that's Transfusion. How about this guy? What's Vampiric Blast do?
So Vampiric Blast sends out a canister which absorbs nearby poison clouds in a radius around it, and then damages enemies around it and heals allies around it. And that amount scales based on the number of poison clouds that are absorbed. So you can see that one, there was no poison clouds absorbed. But if you used the next ability we'll talk about in a second, or her passive to apply some poison clouds on the ground, it would absorb those and do more damage and look a little bit cooler. Have that edgy skull.
That. Let's actually combo that with her third ability. So let's pull that up real quick. So third ability being Venom Thrusters. What are these? How do these work? And how is it going to change up your gameplay?
Yeah, so Venom Thrusters is really cool. That was kind of one of the first abilities we built for her because it's kind of like just her as a core character, being able to zip around and use these like poison thrusters that she has on her wrist to like maneuver around while fighting. We felt like was a really cool idea, and so when she does that, she leaves behind those poison clouds, and so you can kind of see how this mechanic works in with the rest of the abilities in her kit. Mm-hmm. And so, everything is kind of built around, putting these poison clouds out and then absorbing them through your canister, and then causing big explosions that cause more poison. So this one it's really fun. There's a bunch of iterations with this one, but
before he died, I was going to use the ultimate right as he died. Oh well, couldn't quite get there. But let's blow up this chest. What is her ultimate?
So her ultimate is called Last Deep Breath, and it is relatively straightforward. She just does a huge explosion that does a lot of damage and healing in an area, but the kind of added wrinkle to it is that it applies an empowered form of her poison, which breaks the stack limit for her normal poison. So because everything scales damage-wise, and it's in terms of number of poison clouds spawned, so on and so forth, breaking that stack limit can really give her a moment of power and also a moment of powerful healing. So
very cool. All right, so let's see what it looks like in action. She gets a little cutscene and drop the nuke. Fantastic.
Yeah,
very cool. All right. So you did mention a little bit earlier, Kevin, on the weapons. So each season there is going to be a signature weapon that really does fit the playstyle and kind of kit for each Wayfinder that it's coming out with. So you mentioned that hers is Nightshade, which is equipped right now. What can you tell us a little bit about Nightshade and what makes it different from some other rifles out there?
Yeah. So Nightshade is Vin's signature weapon, obviously. And so the cool thing about this one is the weapon abilities. Every weapon has a different weapon ability, and so for Nightshade, this weapon ability is really cool because it kind of has a little bit of Venomous's essence with it in this ability. So once you activate this with Wyvern's Fury, all your shots will apply a stack of poison, and so it's really cool being able to have that sort of that damage, that poison damage, even if you aren't playing as Venomous. You'll be able to have a little bit of her with you in your kit, regardless if you're using her signature weapon.
I think it's also really synergizes well with her, because a lot of our rifles right now are really slow, and this is one of our first burst fire. Now you're not seeing it because the weapon ability is full auto.
It's full auto.
But I was so sure you were going to say you can actually go full auto, and it's I got this, and then it's oh crap, he said burst.
Yeah, but when you're firing normally, you go in 3-shot bursts, which applies 3 stacks of poison. So that solves a lot of issues that she can, not issues, but the friction that's inherent with her and using rifles, which is she wants to hit lots of targets very fast, and they can be sometimes slow. And Nightshade helps her out in that way. And then when you go full auto, you can fully stack an enemy in a quarter of a second. It's very cool.
Yeah, really good for single target damage. Especially good for boss fights, stuff like that.
Very cool. All right. Well, I think that's kind of everything we have about her. I want to take a couple minutes to answer some questions from chat live. So keep an eye on there if there's any questions that pop out that you think you want to do. The damage is nuts, I can confirm. Again, this is a pre-launch version of the game. Balances will happen.
Early access.
Yes. So, do keep that in mind. But yes, the weapon is very strong, especially with the damage going out there. Actually, this is a perfect time. Let's announce the first winner. Who is our lucky winner for the base edition of our Founders Pack? And drum roll, please. It looks like Viji01, VIJI01. If you are here in chat, say something to say it's you, and the man, the myth, the legend, AJ will DM you to make sure you get that key. Again, keys aren't purchasable right now. It will be on August 15th, but we'll make sure you're taken care of, and you will have the base edition of the game. Congratulations. We got a couple more to come, so please stick around. But let's, holy crap, the chat just exploded. But answer some questions. Put some questions out there, and we can answer them for you.
It's going so fast.
Yeah.
Can't confirm. That was good.
Let's see. Is there anything? Roll the group. So we already talked about. So she's more of that support, but she's also high DPS.
Yeah.
Got the backstory. Got the abilities. We are going to be doing the next tier of giveaways right after this. So here we go.
It's all that stuff about Founders Packs.
Yeah.
I guess one thing we could talk about is So kind of uniquely amongst a lot of characters, she's really good with different weapon types. So she's made, her signature weapon's a rifle, but I actually play her with daggers usually when I'm testing her out because she's great if
the
you
Venom
can hit
daggers.
Fast. They're not her signature weapon, but in spirit.
Which is actually a huge part of this game. It's just like, yes, there's going to be a signature weapon. Yes, there's going to be a Wayfinder. But the whole idea of being able to mix and match whatever your play style is and give you that agency is really kind of the core essence of the game. And in addition to just collecting all the weapons that are out there. But yeah, so you're absolutely not locked into playing with a rifle or a sword and shield or a two-hander or any other future weapon classes that we release, nudge nudge. So yeah, no, that's daggers in general, especially with the parry. I love parries and perfect parries and dodging and not. But there was a question about her weapon being acquirable outside of the battle pass end of the period, which yes, resounding yes. If you ever want to, as kind of being the whole point of being free and fair, anything that is gameplay related, you can absolutely acquire for free. Any player in the game can do that. You'll just have to go find the bosses. There's going to be a material codex to be able to help you track down where those components are. You can get those and you can unlock it regardless if you're here for Founders or 2 years down the line that you joined the game. Anything that's gameplay related, you can get, whether it's a Wayfinder, a weapon, mount through the game. So yeah. Visible stacks for... Are we putting visible stacks of like how many poison counters on?
I don't think right now.
Yeah, I don't think we have visible stacks. There's a lot of there's going to be a lot of things going on during combat, and so like I think another thing we've been focusing on is just making sure everything you can understand what's going on. And so we do have debuffs and stuff that show up when you apply debuffs to enemies and stuff like that. So if anything, it'll show up there in that debuff bar. No visual. Okay. For it right now, aside from the actual effects for poisoning the enemy, it doesn't like go up depending on how many stacks you have right now.
Well, we're the numbers, I guess, but
yeah, we're definitely open to feedback if that's something that people really want. But in my experience playing her, it's more important that they have poison than exactly how many stacks of poison they have on at a given time.
Yeah,
and once you're rolling, you're probably going to be at max stacks if say you're fighting a hunt boss or something.
Sure. Yeah. And again, going back to kind of what you mentioned, Jake, the feedback and the upvote, essentially feature upvote is how we're going to be doing that. If there is enough, voice from the community that they really want something's not clear, they need to have, a little bit of help on that UI. We absolutely want that feedback and we're listening to it. So please, you won't have to make a new post every time, but just like go into that website, see what people are saying. If you agree with it, just click the thumb up button. That's all you got to do. That's essentially how we're going to prioritize actually making those changes. So we have an action plan in place to actually say, we're listening to feedback and act upon it. So please do that. But yeah, so I think that is what we got for Venomous, everybody. And we are, say, in 5 minutes, we're about to do a transition. If you're sticking around, we are going to give away our next level, which is the initiative patch of the Founders Pack. So please stick around. We'll announce that here after this next segment. But we're going to start jumping into housing. I think some people are excited to see that. So Thank you very much, guys. I can't wait. We are going to be doing lots of dev streams in the new studio with both these folks, going all the way through future Wayfinders. So looking forward to that as well. So
cool. Me too.
Thanks, guys.
Looking forward to it.
All right. We'll transition.
Yeah.
So what makes the reward tower unique is that it's more than just a linear progression of rewards that you unlock. It's a bit of an adventure game of its own. We're presenting it like a little isometric dungeon, and as you earn keys, you're going to be able to hit switches, solve little puzzles, get little bonus rewards.
One great thing that our reward tower lets you do is when you purchase it, it stays with your account. So unlike other free-to-play systems where once you've bought the battle pass, if you don't have the time to finish it, it just goes away. That never feels good. It'll always be there for you when you come back.
Did we say that you could earn the... Oh, did we? Hello.
We're back. Hey. Hi, everybody. So we are now joined by, well, I'll put it right in front of your face. I'll put it over here for you guys. I hear there's a little bit of sound adjustment. Let me see if I can get that done on the fly. But please, Steve, Elise, introduce yourselves and tell us a little about what you do on the team.
Yeah, I'm Steve Matterera. I'm the game director.
And I'm Elise. I'm the feature lead for housing.
That should help with any of the sound issues that we were having. So keep us posted. Well, fantastic. I know a lot of people have been really excited to get their hands on housing specifically. We've been talking about it forever, but we've never actually had a chance to show it in person. So we're going to just jump straight into a little bit of the pre-design by yours truly. Your feng shui is much better than mine, but let's see what we can pull up here. So actually, do a little bit of an introduction while we get over to housing.
One thing I wanted to mention, because I saw a lot of questions in chat. I'm not sure if we answered it while I was walking over here, but the signature weapons that you can get right away, you can also earn those in game. They're not tied specifically to buying it. So just to answer that question, because I saw that come up a bunch. So.
Yeah, no, we did cover that one right as we were walking over. But yeah, again, same. So anything that's gameplay affecting, we will make sure. Free players, free and fair from the DE's philosophy. It worked with Warframe. It's going to work here. So
yeah,
we're going to load up housing here and actually show off our first little transition of Heroic Kyros for people that are excited to see him for the first time.
He is awesome.
And then, so Elise, what exactly is the housing feature lead as far as just like a position in the company, and like how did this whole package get worked into the game?
Sure, yeah. Housing is always something that's been on the roadmap for Wayfinder, and so we basically needed somebody on the team to be spearheading the development for that. So I took over as the feature lead on that, and basically what that means is I get to work with people from all different departments across the team here at Airship to figure out what the goals for housing are going to be, so what we're building towards, what we feel like we want to create for it, and then how we actually execute that and actually build that in-game together.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and there's a lot of really cool systems that we're going to show off here for that level of customization and player expression. So we're loading into the loading screen right now. So what is this first view of housing that we're going to see here right now?
So this is what you're going to be able to access during the Founders Seasons, and this is your apartment. So this is the first step in the housing system, and it's essentially like your room at the inn. So your room at the inn inside of Skylight, and this is your space, so you can customize it with all kinds of different cosmetic items and some gameplay items we're going to talk about a bit more here in a moment. But as you can see as you're running around, you have a lot of control over where you're placing things, how you want to decorate things, and again, this is just the first step in the housing system at this point. So we're really looking forward towards building on the framework that we've put together here for it, and what we're going to be working up towards in the future, which eventually will lead into full houses players can create inside of neighborhood levels, where they can kind of create a community together inside of those levels.
Sweet. Yeah. No. So, and again, like this is everything that we see except for like the floor and the walls right here is purely up to player customization. So like even the things on the shelves, it just comes as a base, schematic, and then it's up to the player how they want to outfit everything or pet their cute little pets that we might have in here. It's a big yawn. So we're actually going to be showing this off live for everybody in chat right now. But first, let's announce the winner for the second Founders Pack. So this is again for the Initiate level of the Founders Pack, and that goes out to Mavis Magius. Mavis Magius. Congratulations.
Yay, congrats.
So again, you won't have access to it immediately, but we will send you a DM and make sure you are all set on the 15th. But let's just dive in and show people how you're going to be able to make your own little house, shall we?
Yeah, so we've got, the nice setup that's been placed so far, and then we're going to go through and reset it and actually show you guys how you can customize your house with the different items we have available here.
Reset layout. Goodbye, all that work. All right, so you're going to have a full inventory, and there's a bunch of different tabs and things that we're going through. So what's this first tab that we're looking at right now?
So this is essentially your cosmetic items. So this is the decor category, so things like beds, tables, chairs, furniture, etc. We have some lighting you can use to customize and actually change up how the space is lit. Smaller decorative items that you can stack on other items like we were just talking about. And some wall decor too. So we'll run through each of these categories, I think, in a second here.
Yeah. And then what are the grids? I'm seeing like grids show up, and I'm able to rotate, and I'm able to kind of customize how that works.
Yeah, so you have a control over placement of these items, so you can rotate them, you can obviously move them around. We have a grid snap system, so you can change up the fidelity, how you're moving it, change up the rotation, so you can have pretty minute control over where you're placing things in your space.
Very cool. All right, so you're saying something about stacking here. We got some lighting. Let's light up our bed because you love staring at a chandelier when you go to sleep at night.
Perfect, yeah.
Personally,
Exactly
it really lulls me to sleep.
Yeah, and there's different placement types. So there's wall placement, ceiling, some floor things, some things you can place on surfaces, like on top of a barrel or on a shelf. In the future, I saw someone ask a question about size. So yeah, this is basically your starter apartment. So this is the smallest that you'll have, and it's interior only. We're going to be talking a little more about neighborhoods later, but once we get to that, you'll have exterior spaces also, so you'll be able to have exterior decorations as well. And yeah, you'll be able to get bigger houses, which come with more benefits than just more space to decorate, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Cool. All right, so now going through the options that we have here. So we have the placeables you can place on objects, and even objects that you place in the environment, which is super cool. We have things that you can put on the walls. So again, gotta have your pots and pans right next to where you go to sleep. Midnight snacks. That's a thing. But looks like we have some more interesting tabs maybe along the line. So artifacts. What are artifacts?
Yeah. So outside of just cosmetic the decorations, there are also artifacts. Anything that comes with power is going to be earnable in game. It's not something that you would buy on the store. So most artifacts come from bosses. And they come with a power. So if you place them in your house, you'll actually add the power to a pool, and you'll be able to equip artifact powers, sort of like the ecosystem, based on the size of your house. So getting a bigger house lets you equip more bonuses from artifacts. So you can get stuff like this Grand Deceiver artifact, you get more gold. And so if you activate that, you'll be getting more gold. They're more like the E-type echoes that we've had before, or where like the boss ones, if you've played in the betas, you've seen those. They have more effects than just stats. So they'll be more similar to that. Some of them will have they'll have different costs and different power. Some will be better for groups, some are better for solo. And you'll be able to swap those even if you're not in your house. So you can kind of set up your loadout based on what activity you're doing. Doing a greed run, get extra gold even from the gold Grand Deceiver.
Very cool.
With a lot of customization there.
Sweet. So those will continue to expand as like the bosses expand and the world and other events and other things too. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then trophies. How do trophies differ from artifacts?
Yeah, so trophies, they're like a mix between artifacts and just cosmetic decorations. A lot of them are fun, but they don't come with the power you can equip, but a lot of them will have an effect in your house. So for example,
which is a good one.
Like the memory echo, that one, for example. So if you have this in your house, you can interact with it once a day to get some memory fragments. There'll be different interactables and stuff. They'll have fun animations. They'll look cool, and you can also interact with them different ways for different effects. So, getting these in your house, let's use that one today already.
Yeah.
The timer's on. But,
I think I was testing something earlier.
So that's all earnable in game. So this trickster chest, you might see a trickster while you're doing runs randomly, and you can use trickster keys to get a roll in the dungeon, and trickster keys again all earnable in game. And if you have extra keys in your house, you can get a roll, for free once a day in your house as well. So
that's neat.
A lot of stuff like that.
Very cool. So again, and this is the pool that's going to continue to expand over time. Kind of what cadence do we expect? Kind of like be flushing out housing items and everything when it comes to seasons.
So there's going to be a good amount of cosmetic items that come every season that we're going to create for the decor section. Some of those might be tied to events in game as well, so if we do holiday events or anything like that in the future. And then same for artifacts and trophies. We plan to keep producing more of those each season. Again, especially for things like trophies, we might tie those into events or things that are specifically going on in game.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, there's one that I'm excited about that's in Founder Season 1 that I won't say anything about, but just know that I'm excited about one of them.
Okay.
So,
which one
I'm curious. I don't even know which one you're talking about.
There's a lot of cool ones, but one I'm extra excited about.
All right, so the ones that we really wanted to show off for the show, there's going to be pets. Right now, it's only limited, right? So right now you are going to have pets, and we're going to show off the Rhyme.
So pets version 1. So
Rhyme Hunter, thank
and
you.
With this being a live service game, we've got a lot of plans. Right now, the pets that you can acquire, you can place them in your house, and they'll hang out with you and be really cute. Over time, we want to have them be able to follow you around, take them out of your house. But version 1, placeable in the house, so they're like really cute house pets for
Very
now.
cool.
Yeah, but we do plan on expanding upon that in the future.
Yeah, and I think everybody wants pets. I mean,
Yes.
I know I really do.
Yes.
So I think we wanted to get them in as soon as I think they add a lot of character and fun to your apartment too.
And we are going to add animations for like your character bending down and interacting with the pets as well.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. Definitely petting is on the radar. It's super important.
Very cool. And then, so talked about pets taking some life outside of your housing. What about to the housing? What do we expect changing to, the structure of, different rooms, locations, inside, outside, neighborhoods? What can we talk about there?
So one of the big things we want to add just in general is more levels of customization. So, right now you have all the items you can place, but a big thing would be to customize the surfaces throughout your space. So floor materials, wallpapers, things like that, really to give you that extra level of customization. And then long term, we talked about this a little bit, but this is just the first step right now. So the next big step is moving into a full neighborhood level, where you're going to be able to purchase your own plot of land, and you can kind of choose, where you want to pick to put your house in that neighborhood level. And then you'd have a selection of different houses that, have different visuals to choose from, probably have different room configurations, and they're going to get larger, as you progress in the housing system longer term too.
Awesome.
And if you have friends and you both go check out a neighborhood together, you can have plots next to each other. So when you log in, go into your house, you'll see, oh, my neighbor added this awesome statue in his front yard. How did they get that?
That's cool.
And also expanding upon that, like the social aspect, neighborhoods, you'll be able to see other people running around in their houses, visit other people's houses. We want to eventually expand to having, neighborhood quests, work with your neighborhood to like meet certain goals. And with the artifact system, another thing that we're planning is to have basically like a friend artifact slot in your house. So a friend could leave an artifact for you in your house that you can activate. You'll still need to pay the cost to equip it, but you can kind of share artifacts that way and kind of, work together and just, increasing the social aspect in that way as well.
That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. I think, was there anything? Have we touched? Can we talk anything about guild neighborhoods at this point, or is it still too soon?
It's planned.
Okay.
But that's going to basically be an evolution of the neighborhood. So not too many details to share on that right now, other than we are thinking about it and planning for it. But our next big step, is neighborhoods. That's what our main focus is right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, again, even this, like the amount of like level of customization and editing, like even like 1 degree increments and stuff for everything in there.
Jukebox. So
yes,
jukebox
that is absolutely on the list. Yeah.
So that would be an example of a trophy. That's something that you can interact with, and it has an effect other than just being cosmetic. So getting different songs to play, like those awesome ones you heard while you were waiting to get into the.
Yes, this. Oh my God, how good is it listening to that? Those orchestral stuff coming up. So I do want to give a shout out. We're getting close before we jump into the dev diary. We are going to be giving away one more Founders Pack to everybody who has joined us here. I can't believe how many thousands of you are literally watching us live, which is a little nerve-wracking, but amazing. Thank you, guys. So we're actually giving out the Exalted Pack. So if anybody wants to have an opportunity to win the highest tier Founders Pack, please be sticking around to the end of the show. We're going to announce that here in just a moment. So please be in chat, confirm. I'm going to leave it to AJ to roll that in here in any second. But I want to get some final words just to close us out here. Because we are going to go into the dev diary, which is a nice kind of end cap to everything. But thank you so much for everybody who's tuned in live, has been following this project, that has been waiting for the date. It is there. It is August 15th. If you're just tuning in right now, 12 p.m. Central Time. You won't be able to pre-purchase it, but you will be able to get into the game as soon as it lives at 12 o'clock Central Time. Download it and you'll boot right in. It's going to be 2 seasons, Founder Season 1, Founder Season 2, and then we're going to be going into free-to-play after early access. Please go take a look at the website. It should be live now that you can see all of the different breakdowns of the different Founders Packs, what's included. Please join our Discord if you have questions. I really try to live in there as much as I can, so feel free to DM me, ask questions to the community. The community is a fantastic resource when it comes to any questions that you might kind of have if this is their first time seeing the game. We kind of mentioned it earlier, but a huge thank you to our partner HyperX. Again, this amazing microphone, the keyboard I'm playing on right now, oh my gosh, these wireless headphones last for like 300 hours and I just never have to charge them. I can go downstairs and get my water and everything. So thank you very much for them helping us out and help outfit our upcoming stream, a stream room in our new studio, which I'm super excited to be doing here very soon. And then at the upcoming events, so Gamescom at PAX West, we'll see about New York Comic Con if they'll be there or not, but we will have game stations where you can actually get your hands on these products and try it for yourselves. But they've been amazing partners, and really grateful for their partnership on Wayfinder. But I think we are ready for the final individual to win. Of course, AJ put it way down here.
It's at the top.
The top? Okay, there you go. You actually did try to help me. All right, so ready? Drum roll. Going to Borovinka.
Yay.
Borovinka. You are the winner of the Exalted Founder Pack. Thank you so much for being here. Are you guys ready for the final segment, which is our Dev Diary? Get to see a little bit behind the scenes of our full team. We're a smaller team for something like this scale, but really passionate, and we hope that shows, and really want to make sure that they get a little bit of the spotlight too. But it's exciting stuff, guys. Thanks for everyone being here.
Thanks, everybody.
And congratulations, Borovinka. All right, let's do it.
Hey, Joe and Ryan here with Airship Syndicate, and I already f***ed up. Laugh all you want, it's okay.
Just don't make any noise.
Hey guys, it's Joe and Ryan with Airship Syndicate, and we are getting ready for our early access, which is about to launch, so pretty exciting times at Airship.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of great betas already, gotten good feedback from fans, from content creators, taken it to the shop, made a bunch of changes to the game, but now the real fun begins because we get everybody's input. And now it's your turn to hop in, play the game, talk to us, and help us get this game ready for the big time.
We've been building this game alongside the community in a lot of different ways. The biggest and the most interactive way is through our Discord, which even in just a short couple of months, we've already grown past 10,000 members, which is insane. And just the amount of talent where people are making GIFs and stickers and the fan art,
great.
even characters that weren't even released yet.
Yeah, the community feedback from the playtests has been great. They've led to a lot of just like balance tweaking with like how gunplay works and movement speed and things like that. And we put in air dashing based on, I think it was a bug that people just liked, so we made it real.
What early access means for Wayfinder is, it gives us a chance to let people in early so that we can start to understand what parts of our game are exciting to them and what they'd like to see more of. And it can really help us shape the experience before we go free to play and wide to everybody. A live service game is pretty new for us, and so we're learning how to do that at the same time. We're getting all this feedback, and it's actually been a really refreshing experience to finally understand, in real time what's working and what isn't, and then we could be a lot more like productive and proactive about making the game better, which as game makers is awesome for us. We're taking a page from the DE playbook. Free to play as in free and fair. All characters, all weapons can be acquirable through crafting. You could play all the quests without having been gated behind a paywall. By not including any loot boxes, not including any gacha, if you want to have any component of the game affect your character, that is completely available to every single player across the board. Doesn't matter if they're a paid player or if they just want to jump in, try it out, and experience the game for free.
'Cause 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 'Cause
Venomess is our newest Wayfinder. She is a spy and an assassin from this place called the Maze. She uses these augments and technological advancements to make herself more powerful.
Usually when we start out designing Wayfinders, we sit down and take a look at, the concept for the character. Venomess's role in a party is supposed to be more of a support role. She's also a ranged Wayfinder, so she'll be supporting her team using heals and also range damage, but then she also has poisons that she uses.
So Venomess is really good at applying damage over time consistently. Because of her passive, she is able to deal damage even if she's not actively engaging an enemy with her dot.
She uses poisons to weaken her enemies, basically to hurt them slowly, and she kind of gets a kick out of that. She likes watching them suffer a bit as she toys with them.
Venomess's signature weapon is called Nightshade. It's our first burst fire rifle weapon in the game. We're starting to have some more diversity with weapon types.
Venomess is probably the most versatile Wayfinder we've yet created in that she's very good with both ranged weapons and melee weapons. When she's playing with melee weapons, she has the ability to apply poison to many more enemies at a way faster rate. So there's advantages there, but at the same time, you don't get the safety that you do with rifles.
So what makes the reward tower unique is that it's more than just a linear progression of rewards that you unlock. It's a bit of an adventure game of its own. So we're presenting it like a little isometric dungeon. And as you earn keys, you're going to be able to hit switches, solve little puzzles, get little bonus rewards.
One great thing that our reward tower lets you do is when you purchase it, it stays with your account. It'll always be there for you when you come back.
Since the start, we've talked about building this game alongside the community, and our Founders Packs are our first step toward doing that. Today, we are excited to announce that the base Founders Pack not only gives you access to the game, but also to Founders Season 1's full reward tower, including the brand new Wayfinder, Venomess. We'll also have upgrades available in the Initiate and the Awaken Pack that not only give you access to the game in Founders Season 1, but also Founders Season 2. Other things such as Wayfinder tokens to unlock current or future Wayfinders, pets, mounts, skins, housing decorations, and so much more. The Exalted pack is for our most dedicated supporter. It contains a permanent account-based progression boost for the currently active reward tower, as well as a heroic version of a fan favorite, Kyros. This will never be sold again and is only available in this pack.
I think it's going to be a really exciting time for all of us as we carve the way through to what Wayfinder is going to become for everyone.
So for the rest of the year, we can look forward to 2 early access seasons, and we'll be adding new lost zones, which will come with new creatures, new hunts, new group content. There'll be new Wayfinders, new weapons, new progression systems, including awakening and radiance levels, and there'll be new traversal methods too, including mounts and a hook shot. So for free to play, one of the biggest features we're going to be adding is neighborhoods for player housing, which I'm really excited about because it's really going to bring the community together and take the social element of the game to another level.
We hope you guys enjoyed that deeper look into Wayfinder and the game that we're bringing you guys for early access. The team here, still relatively small, especially for a game this ambitious. They put a lot of work, a lot of themselves into this thing, a lot of passion. Now we're ready for you guys to help us build our dream game.
Yeah, so join our community at playwayfinder.com. See you guys in early access.
Thank you.